Today on the channel, we take it to the extreme with Tommy Dreamer, Ringside Collectibles exclusive, unsanctioned, regular, and bloody edition.
The spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another Ringside Collectibles exclusive unboxing and review. And today on the channel we get unsanctioned, this time with the TNA Unsanctioned regular and bloody variant edition of the Innovator of Violence, Tommy Dreamer. But for all your Ringside Collectible exclusive needs, you better head to Ringside Collectibles. Use code Kyle, save yourself 10%. And these two shipping right now in quite the plot twist, as during San Diego Comic-Con, we got the pre-order up for Sabu. Very fun. I'm still fully expecting a bloody Sabu in the future. I think it writes itself at this point. You know Ringside, all these companies, they're going to get the most out of their molds. We got multiple Joe Hendrys, obviously multiple Legion of Doom, multiple Demolitions, multiple Tommy Dreamers. Have to think multiple Sabus. But in a huge plot twist, Tommy Dreamer jumped the line somehow. I'm not exactly sure. Ringside didn't really explain themselves. They just said, bam, here you go, shipping right now, which is pretty darn cool because we did just get another Ringside Collectible exclusive in the Mattel Defining Moments New Jack available now. So to be able to get some more ECW talent, while this is technically TNA, you can close your eyes and believe a little ECW. Just like you believe how we're going to do this unboxing, we're going to do it like all the other ones on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging, we're going to talk about it, we're going to unbox it, we're going to talk about it, we're going to see where it goes from there. And Tommy Dreamer, one of those guys that feels like he hasn't got a lot of figures, but really has got a lot of figures. He got a lot from Jakks back in the day. We recently just got a big rubber guy, of course, from their Extreme Big Rubber Guys line. You got these two figures. You go back to the ECW OSFTM days. He even had a Mattel once upon a time. We'll just comparisons at the end of this video as well. But we're going to dive into it. We're going to start with the regular edition, then go to the bloody variant edition. Obviously, I think that makes sense. Let's go clean, then dirty. How about? But we've seen this style of packaging before. I got no issues with it. I enjoy it. Big window box. You see the figure. All about branding. You got TNA up here. Ringside exclusive. 15 and up. You 14-year-olds, you better watch yourself. At 15, dive on in. Ringside Collectible Unsanctioned TNA. This is a moment in time from his time in TNA, and we'll read the back here in a second. Then you got the old Innovator of Violence down here. Tommy Dreamer doing Tommy Dreamer stuff. Innovator of Violence. Tommy Dreamer. All the usual stuff. Lots of jibber jabber down here if you're into the jibber jabber. And then on the back, got a little bit of tail of the tape, got a little bit of a blurb. And I guess we can look at the other one too at the same time. Anything different outside of it? I do like the differences here. So the bloody version has barbed wire going on around it, which is very cool to see. Obviously the figure is going to be different, 15 and up on this one as well. But we're bloody on the side of the packages on this one. I think that is pretty neat. That is pretty neat. Then on the back there, you got the readout, you got the bloody version, you got the regular version. I believe same readouts. Let's see here. Innovator of Violence. I like they even went with a different font for Innovator of Violence. Really making these same but different. Make them as different as possible. I think Ringside did a good job here, at least in the packaging department. But I'm going to read the back. Same back for both of them, so it's going to cover both of them here. The Innovator of Violence, the 2010 Hardcore Justice match between Tommy Dreamer and Raven, was a brutal, emotional showdown rooted in years of rivalry. This was not a match. It was a war that featured extreme violence and weapons. Tommy Dreamer pushed Raven to his limits, blending hardcore action with his deep rage in a memorable clash of legends. And definitely two extreme legends once upon a time. One of the greatest feuds of all time. If you're a kid like me, you were loving that feud once upon a time. And I absolutely loved it when Raven went to WCW and you had Jim Cornette, Jerry Lawler, Sabu RVD get involved. It was a great transition into a new feud. Raven kind of snuck out and disappeared, and now you're like, oh my gosh, WWE versus ECW. It was a great send-off. I always enjoyed that. See you later. Goodbye. We got Tommy in the plastic prison there. Obviously, same kind of deal here. I'm going to take it offline, get both these out of the package. We'll be back with both versions of Tommy Dreamer. All right, let's dive into the Innovator of Violence, Tommy Dreamer. Let's start with the regular one once again. We'll start with the accessories here. 2 fists of Tommy Dreamer Fury. Better be ready for those punches and bunches. Obviously, we've seen these fists before. We got them all taped up, Tommy Dreamer style there, looking very good. We got the kendo stick ready to go. The old Singapore cane, Todd McFarlane, watch out for it. Looking good, obviously on brand. Tommy Dreamer used these a time or two and had them used on him many a times as well. Looking good with the white and the brown here. A nice mahogany, maybe? I don't know. I don't know about that. But looking good. Nice accessory with Tommy Dreamer. Now we're going to dive into Tommy himself. We got 3 heads with this one. That's some extra value. Usually at most points we get 2 heads with an Elite if we're lucky. Very rarely. Obviously the Ultimates will usually have 2 or 3 heads for us. We're getting 3 heads this time though with Ringside Unsanctioned TNA. And I should mention once again, this is TNA. This is representing his time in TNA. But there's nobody that says you can't put this on your ECW shelf. I'm sure a lot of people are going to put this on their ECW shelf. But we do got Tommy Dreamer in the face right here. I would say it looks like Tommy Dreamer. A little cartoony, maybe. It gives you a little bit of those Jakks vibes, and we'll bring out some Jakks in a bit. But 2 eyes, 2 ears, a nose, and a mouth. A little bit of white teeth, little goatee action. Got the black hair. Looks enough like Tommy Dreamer to me. Second head, you got the screaming, yelling head. This is a good one. This is probably the one you put on the bloody version. Maybe that's just me once again, but same thing going on. Looks like Tommy Dreamer, just a little bit more open in the mouth department. Third and final head, got the angry, grumpy head going on here. I would say at all 3 heads, this is my least favorite one. I think this one looks the least like Tommy Dreamer. Does look a little bit more like modern Tommy Dreamer, maybe, where these are a little younger. Obviously, it was 2010. By my math, that was like 100 years ago, Todd McFarlane, or 16 maybe. I don't know, 10, 5, 4. What is time? What is years? Who knows? But does look okay, but this is my least favorite of the heads there, is the third one there. And Tommy Dreamer and I, fast friends, met on multiple occasions. My daughter, when she was really into wrestling, when she was like 8, 9, 10 years old, she was all about it. We went to a show, Tommy Dreamer was there. We sat with Tommy for like 10 minutes in the back, talked. He got down on his knees, talked to my daughter about Christmas coming up, what she was hoping to get, and what his daughters were wanting. I think they wanted like a PlayStation 5 or something. Todd, you remember, you were there, right? Oh yeah, you were at the bar. Of course you were. Yeah, you were trying to pick up that chick. Didn't work out too well, that's for sure. Your wife called, I think, is what happened. But on that occasion, then the next time, the most recent time I met, I think, Tommy Dreamer was the day after Terry Funk's funeral. And I got to talk to Tommy, and, we talked about Terry's funeral and Terry Funk stuff. So shout out to Tommy Dreamer. Always been really nice to me, of course. Now, the thing I don't like on this figure, and I will say it does look better in hand than it does in pictures, but it's still not perfect. It is the t-shirt. I appreciate the soft goods shirt. It's a real shirt. There's no Velcro on it. I always appreciate that. It's just a hair baggy. It's a hair big, and we know Tommy usually tucked his shirt in, so we could probably roll this up and try to get it to look a little bit better. But it is a bit baggy in the shirt department here. I wish it was just a hair smaller. Is what it is. Maybe it's a nitpick. Maybe it's not. Maybe you could go somewhere else and get a different shirt, and you get a traditional ECW shirt for Tommy if you wanted to. That might not be a bad idea. If you're wanting to display this with your ECW stuff, but if you're wanting to put in TNA, this works as well. But it does say Tommy F. Dreamer, which I believe he wore during that show. And then on the back says thank you. Well, just very pleasant there. A war in the front and party in the back, I guess, or niceness in the back on that one. Looking good here. You got the white wrist tape. You got the hand tape once again. 2 gripping hands out of the package on Tommy here, looking good. And then you got the black pants on him, kind of the baggier pants we're used to with Tommy Dreamer, down to the beautiful red shoes. As a fellow fan of red shoe people getting bad names these days, Tommy McFarlane. We talk about it on the channel all the time. I hate the stigma. I hate it because that's not me and that's not Tommy. I don't think so. I can speak for myself, that's for sure. And I'm going to speak for Tommy too. But I do love the red boots down here, looking very good. I like that a whole lot. Now, I do got a little looseness in that right leg there. He's got a little bit of that frog in him there. Kind of like Braun Breaker, he gets that dog in him sometimes. Tommy's got the frog in him. He's got it in that leg there. A little bit of looseness in that leg. But I do love all the pinless joints on this one. You know me, I'm a fan, a champion of the pinless joints across the board. But looking good. But let's walk through articulation with that one. How about? We'll see. Does he fit on a ringside stand? A ringside AEW Jazzware stand. That's where he does fit right there. Old Tommy Dreamer looking pretty good. Now we're dancing over to the bloody version here. Now you do get the 2 Fists of Fury once again. Blood on the hands though this time, which is very fun. Now you could just move these over to here. Maybe Tommy's not bleeding, but his opponent is. You could have bloody hands on that one. So there is some extra mix and match value if you need to. We do get the same kendo stick, but once again, you got blood on the ends of it. Love that attention to detail as well. Very, very fun. But now we're going to dive into old Tommy Dreamer. Got the bloody head out of the package here. Ooh, he's a bloody mess. Got the crimson mask going on. You can square him off with that new Jack we just recently unboxed on the channel. Check that out. The Defining Moments new Jack. Would be fun to do that one with them both being bloody. I'm here for that, there's no doubt. But looking good here on Tommy. Same head we saw before. Same thing with these heads, the exact same. But this time, bloody. I'm definitely going to do the bloody head with the screaming mouth open. That's just the must-have. Gonna put the fists on, have him do the old Tommy Dreamer. I think that's the way to go with this one. I do appreciate the attention to detail from Ringside, where they got the different heads out of the package to make them feel as different as possible. Little things like that go a long way. You got 3 heads, mix them up, make them feel as different as possible, and that's what Ringside did straight out of the package. So kudos to them there. Very cool to have extra bloody heads, though. I think that is a lot of fun, and once again, you can mix and match all these parts between these figures if you need to. And also, you know, a lot of people are hoping that Ringside is going to pick up and get some AEW figures in the future. Going to be interesting. We haven't heard much word. I heard something 2 months ago. What is time? Once again, Todd McFarlane, of a company that sounded like was the forerunner. It blew my mind. I couldn't believe it. I still don't really believe it. We'll see if that comes to fruition. I was told I couldn't say anything, and here I am. I know, just everybody's like, well, just say it, but I can't. But we'll see if it happens or not, and then sometime I will tell you what I did here. But I would not be opposed to Ringside picking it up. I don't think we could ever support the AEW figures like Jazzwares did. I just don't think there's enough people wanting that many figures, that amount. But I definitely think they could come out with, you know, 12 to 20 figures a year partnering with Ringside. I think that would be a slam dunk. I think most people would agree to this form factor. But I don't know. We'll see what ends up happening in the future there with the old AEW brand. But we're talking Ringside brands right here. Tommy Effin Dreamer, once again on the shirt. Bloody shirt, though. No blood on the back, though. Keeping thank you classy, of course. Got the blood down on the arms there, which I think is very cool. It's on the arms all over the place, even on his chest. So when you take the shirt off, he's got blood coming down his chest. Now, you don't really see shirtless Tommy Dreamer very often, but you do got the options if you want to. You're a customizer. You want to use his body with somebody else, you could do that as well. So there is a little extra play in this one. If you're a customizer. Same black pants, same red shoes, with a little black in them here. Articulation, arms all the way around for us. Is there there's no butterfly on these, I do not believe. No, there is not a butterfly, but there is a bicep cut. Double jointed, pinless elbows, hands removable back far side to side, 2 gripping hands once again. Head removable back far side to side. You got kind of that ultimate hula hoop up there at the top. You get a traditional waist here, looking interesting. Splits, kinda on Tommy, but Tommy's no gymnast, as we know. Legs fall off if you try to go all the way up. I don't like that one bit. These do pop in there very easily, but we're not getting a ton of art. Yeah, you try to do a full seated position, his legs will pop off there. So don't like that. We see that occasionally with Mattel where we can't sit them. Obviously with the Vietnam bounce back, we don't quite got the bounce back here. We just don't got the full-on movement in the articulation. It's just not made to move that far. But I do like that the legs pop out and you can pop them back in. Nothing worse than broken figures, so there is that. But you're basically looking at the kick to the nuts, kick to the shin is as far as you're going to get the legs out there on this one here. Double jointed pinless knees. You do got a boot cut, calf cut that's a little loose. I don't know if that was totally needed here, but I guess you would always appreciate a little extra articulation. We do get a little side to side on the ankles, a little up and down, but nothing to really write home about on that one there. And this one does kind of have that same looseness in the legs. I think it's just the way these figures are made, of course. And he does fit on a Ringside collectible Jazzware stand. Let the rumors begin, folks. Let the rumors begin. But there it is, Tommy Dreamer regular and bloody edition. For me, I'm an ECW guy. I'm a Tommy guy, so I'm happy to have 2 of these in my collection. I can understand, though, if you only wanted one representation. Be interesting, though, if you're only going to get one, which one, bloody or regular edition? I feel like if you're only getting one, you kind of need the regular edition. Maybe that's just me. I don't know. But you guys sound off your thoughts on this one in the comments down below. But I do got some comparisons here. We did mention New Jack just earlier there. You can kind of see New Jack scales very well with Tommy Dreamer. You can have a little ECW old school battle if you want to with these guys. And very cool that they're both bloody figures here in 2026, released roughly at the same time. I think that is a lot of fun. Now, we've had Tommy Dreamer in the past here. I love Tommy Dreamer's Jakks figures. I think they are very solid figures. I know not everybody loves Jakks, but man, some of the head sculpts just blow away Mattel to this day, I do believe. And I do like both these head sculpts from Tommy. And Tommy had like 7, maybe more than that, Ruthless Aggression style figures over the years. So we did get some of those along the way. We also got Tommy Dreamer from Mattel, a sleeper Mattel figure way back in the Basics day. Never got anything past this. Would be great to see a Legends deal. Maybe that'll happen in the future. But we do got a replacement, or if you never had this in your collection, I could think some people would stop looking for this one and grab this one in its place. And then I did bring Joe Hendry along from the TNA Unsanctioned line as well. So we got him 3 versions of Joe Hendry over the last year or so. So you can build out your TNA roster if you really need to here. But this Tommy, very fun once again. I'm fully expecting Raven to be in this set because they mentioned him on the back of the package. Would be smart to do the yin and yang, and Ringside's not dumb. They know what the people want, what the people are looking for. We know we got Grapplers and Gimmicks regime version of Raven coming, but I could easily see Ringside jumping on that bandwagon. We got Sabu coming next, but it'll be very interesting to see what else we get from Ringside, where it goes into 2027 and beyond. Very interesting how Ringside works in silence on these figures. You don't hear anything. There's no long publicity about it. There's no poking the bear all the time about it. It's just, bam, here's a pre-order, or bam, here it is shipping right now, Tommy Dreamer. Something very commendable about that in this day and age of the long pre-order system from a lot of these companies, of course. But I do like this one. Be interested to see where this one lands in my top 10 miscellaneous wrestling figures at the end of 2026. Have to imagine Tommy will be on that list somewhere. But what say you guys? You picking up this Tommy? You need both of them? You need one of them? You need none of them? Let me know in the comments down below. You made it this far. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channels. 2 YouTube channels with content every day. Check out Patreon. Check out YouTube channel memberships. You can even be a free member of the Patreon if you want. Plenty of stuff to keep you busy over there. Sir Paul64 on the X, _Kyle_Peterson on Threads, Instagram, TikTok, and TheKylePetersonShow at gmail.com, which is the name of my podcast, The Kyle Peterson Show, available where podcasts are found with videocast on YouTube. So for the innovator of violence, Tommy Dreamer, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.
Are we gonna dance or are we gonna play?
I want to thank Jerry Reed for this lick, because this song wouldn't have made it without him.